All right, good morning, guys. It is dark and gloomy outside. It is raining right now. It was snowing a little bit earlier, but right now it is just, well, I guess it's only drizzling right now. But as you can see, like I said, it's dark and gloomy. So I'm not going to let that get me down. I'm still going to get this day started on the right foot with this here book. Jesus Calling by Sarah Young. I'll put a link below if you want to get one of these and follow along. It is an excellent, excellent devotional book. So today is January 27th, and the first line of this says, "Trust is a golden pathway to heaven." We're going to read a little bit farther, though. "When you walk on this path, you live above your circumstances. My glorious light shines more brightly on those who follow this path of life." And that is so true, guys. My life has never been better than when I started following the path that the Lord has laid before me. I don't know how else to put it than that. You know, when I accepted God into my life and I was born again, my life just got so much better immediately. That doesn't mean it's always perfect. That doesn't mean that it's without those bad days and the frustration and the stress and the depression. You know, you still experience those things. But when you have God to turn to in those times, I'm telling you, it is just so much better. It's so much better to have that personal relationship and be able to turn to somebody who will never be like, "Oh, I don't want to listen to this today." You know, maybe God doesn't always return what you're saying in, like I said before, you're not always going to hear God say, "Here's what to do," you know? You're not going to hear that, but you can always turn to God. You can always turn to prayer. You can always have God to talk to. And, you know, he's always going to be there. He's never going to turn his back. He's never going to have something better to do. Let's go to the scripture here. Today's is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. And it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths." We are not meant to understand anything, really, that's happening in our lives. That's why you need to just trust in God. You need to put your faith in God. When you have problems, you need to just give those to God and let him do what he will do to correct them. That doesn't mean I can say, "Okay, my car's broke down, God, it's yours," and then go on and play video games. You still have to do your part to find the solution, to see the solution that he is offering. And that applies to everything, not just, you know, physical things like that, like a broken down car. The Lord works in mysterious ways. You never know when he's going to hand you a miracle. You never know when he's going to solve your problems. And a lot of people, and I can see where it would be easy to have, you know, some problems, and you're praying and praying and praying, and it seems like nothing's ever happening, nothing's ever getting better. But you still have to just trust in God. You know, I've been talking about buying an RV for a long time, guys. It used to be a stealth van. I used to talk about buying a van and rebuilding it on the inside and making it a little home on the inside of the van and just living in a stealth van. And then it kind of progressed from there as I looked at more and more things until I had the crazy idea of buying an RV. And I didn't know how it was ever going to happen. I mean, just a few years ago, what is it? 1 year ago, year and a half ago or something, my car, remember I had that little PT Cruiser, and it totally crapped out on me. I did everything I could to keep it going. I learned as much as I could about mechanics and did the work myself because I didn't have much money to work with. And then when it finally crapped out, you guys probably remember I did a GoFundMe, and that paid for probably about a fourth of the car. The rest, I just busted my butt and made all that money. And thank you to everybody who helped me with that GoFundMe, of course. But it helped me to get this car, the B. And so that's why I decided to keep the B for when I go on the road. And guys, I just put $2,000 of work into the car that is worth about $2,000. But it's worth a lot more to me, and it's worth a lot more to you because it's part of this channel, and you guys helped me get it when times were tough. And the fact that I was able to just work so hard and make, whatever money I needed to get that car, in addition to what the GoFundMe brought in, is just a blessing from God. So going through that, who would have had any idea that just a year later I would be paying cash for an RV and a complete remodel and anything it needed? I mean, I just dropped $3,500 on new tires for it, guys. And I'm not bragging. I am not in any way trying to say I got all this money, because I don't. I still have to be very, very, very careful with each and every penny I spend. But in August, when I started filming the Spirit Halloween stores and the Halloween cities and things like that, I had no clue that it was just going to avalanche and take off the way that it did. Maybe avalanche isn't really the right word, because an avalanche is a bad thing that comes down on you. But I mean, it took off, and it enabled me to make all this money, and it provided my next home. The RV is my next home. I'm going to live in it on the road, guys. This house is going to be sold, and so I've been downsizing, and I didn't really know where I was going to go. And I'm like, well, how am I supposed to find somewhere, that I can afford rent and everything, and at the same time try to be saving up for this RV? And then all of a sudden, God intervened, and for some reason, he used Halloween to catapult my channel and to bring me a whole bunch of money to pay for my next house. And I couldn't be more thankful. Yeah. I get a little emotional. So, I don't know, guys. All I'm saying is, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Don't try to understand why things are happening or why they're not happening. Just trust in the Lord, and he will come around to you. It might not always be a monetary thing. It might not always be a physical thing. But whatever it is that you're struggling with, trust in the Lord, and he will be there for you. All right, guys. I got a lot to do today. It blows me away how all of that happened. It really, really does. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm so thankful for everybody who has watched those videos and who continues to watch them. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that right now. My mind is in a totally different place now. Wherever you guys are waking up, whatever time it is, make the best of your day. Do something for somebody else. Pay it forward, and let's make this world a better place. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.